Hi everybody, I'm Dr. John Douillard, and today I want to talk to you guys about other ways to boost your immunity, help fight stress, help calm your nervous system. You know, this is a really crazy time where the worry has replaced the hurry, if you will. Many of us are hunkering down and feeling really stressed about what's to come. Many workers, healthcare workers, are feeling way overwhelmed and way stressed out. And this can really deplete your reserves, can really stress your adrenals to make energy that you don't really have. And when you continue to push your body under stressful situations, the body's reserves become lower, become depleted, more tired, more vulnerable, right? So we know that hard science, stress causes decreased immunity. So what do we do to support the body's, underlying stress response? I've got an article coming out very soon, but in my immune protocol article that came out last Monday at LifeSpa.com, we talked about meditation being such a powerful tool to help mitigate the stress and directly boost your immunity according to the science, which is like pretty cool. Getting out and exercising. Of course, maybe all the health clubs are closed, of course, which is probably a really bad idea even to think about going into one, just because of all the passing of germs and everything. But exercise is really critical, getting outside, getting some fresh air, and doing some exercise to support your immune system as well. Of course, staying away from folks and not getting too close and all that is really, really important as well. And then I talked about circadian imbalances and living your life in sync with the natural cycles, going to bed early, waking up earlier. And if you don't have that ability, think about melatonin as a circadian hack to reset your circadian cycles, and the research on melatonin and immune support is really powerful as well. So all those things really make sense. There's also a couple of other herbs that are really valuable that are specific just for this, well, more than just for the stress, because a lot of these herbs in Ayurveda are just what we call rasayana, which means that they're designed to boost longevity. And two herbs that I want to talk about today, one called Brahmi and the other one called Tulsi holy basil. Well, Brahmi or Centella asiatica or goticola, those are the same name for them, and some not to be confused with an herb called bacopa, but Brahmi, Centella asiatica, goticola is an herb that is a powerful herb for the immune system. It's been shown to boost innate and humoral immunity. Humoral immunity is the immune system, is the extracellular fluid that moves through your whole body, where all your antimicrobial peptides are, and all of your antibodies live in that extracellular fluid. And Brahmi has been shown to be a powerful microcirculation lymphatic mover. And when the lymph system is moving very well, as you probably know from my articles, the lymph system is your immune system. The lymph system carries your immune system. If your lymph system is stuck in traffic, your immune system is stuck in traffic. So it doesn't really, it can create, problems in the a healthy, response or immune response can be compromised in certain ways. So Brahmi is a great immune mover, particularly a microcirculation immune mover for the brain lymphatics, because we have a formula called Brahmi brain, because classically Brahmi was for the brain, to increase the circulation of the brain, mental clarity of the brain. But the brain also has lymphs that drain like 3 pounds of plaque and crap, out of your head every year while you sleep. And if you don't sleep well, you don't drain those impurities out of your head very well. And if you don't drain well, you don't sleep well. So it's really important that your circadian clock is in rhythm, because that's directly linked to immunity as well. So definitely be looking at ways to increase that. Exercise will do that. Pranayama breathing techniques will do that. I've written a ton of articles about those, so please read those articles, because those are important for a lot of reasons, but also for strengthening your diaphragm, which is your muscle of inspiration, not inspiration, but inhalation, which means that you're talking about using exercises to strengthen your diaphragm, which if you did come down with a respiratory problem, you would we really want to have a very strong diaphragm. And 50% of elite athletes have what's called diaphragmatic fatigue, which means that their diaphragm is lazy. So if 50% of the professional athletes have it, you and me have it. no doubt. So the Ayurvedic pranayama breathing techniques, and I've got a specific breathing technique that I'm going to share with you next week. So please stay tuned with that video that I want to share with you about how to use inspiratorial muscle training along with an Ayurvedic breathing technique that is just really powerful for this and much, much more. So stay tuned for that. Another new breathing technique coming out next week, probably I think on Tuesday. Okay, so Brahmi also is a collagen builder. It boosts circulation of the brain. So when the brain gets congested, the brain can't move out as trash. The brain doesn't know how many, because the lymph system is carrying the immune system, doesn't know how many, if it's congested, right, and the brain lymphs are congested, the brain doesn't know how many fire trucks to send to the fire on Main Street or Broadway, because you might send 1 or 100. And this is a problem because the immune system can become compromised. So supporting a healthy immune response, supporting healthy brain lymphatics is really important. It's also been really great. I mean, Brahmi Centella Asiatica is used in many skincare products. It's in our skincare line. It's like the rage now for the skin because it builds collagen, and collagen is the rage. It's a collagen precursor when you eat the herb. Put it on your skin. It helps your skin look beautiful. So that's also really good. It's been shown to support cognitive function. It's the herb I use to help give people the energy they need so they go to sleep. So again, my point about adrenal fatigue and exhaustion and driving your adrenals to make energy that they don't really have. Brahmi is an herb you can take in the morning and run a marathon or take your SATs. You can take that exact same herb before you go to bed and sleep like a baby. It's one of my #1 herbs that I use for helping people go to sleep at night and increase microcirculation, lymphatic drainage. It's a really powerful herb, something to think about as well. Another herb similar along the same lines has antimicrobial effects, boosts humoral immunity, also antiviral, is Tulsi holy basil. I'm in touch with a lot of Ayurvedic doctors in India, and in India, the whole world's dealing with this pandemic, and in India, like the rage herb in the Ayurvedic world in India is to take Tulsi. And so that's another herb that definitely should be on the list. Tulsi tea is great too. There's some, when you dry the herb of Tulsi, you don't get some of the volatiles, the eugenols or the eosolic acids, which are some of the most powerful antimicrobials and support the mood stability. So you don't get quite the benefit when you drink a tea, although it's great. That's why in India, everybody had a Tulsi plant in their backyard. They go grab the leaves, they would eat them and eat them fresh. So we did with our holy basil, our Tulsi holy basil product, is we have half of the product is just the actual whole herb ground up organic, like all of our herbs are. But this one, because it has such unique volatiles, we actually did a critical extract and added that to the formula. So you get the flowering parts, the plant, the volatiles, as well as the benefits of the whole plant as well, which is sort of a really cool way to get the Tulsi. It's one of those few herbs that has a lot of really important volatiles that can disappear. So Tulsi is definitely on the list of things to support. Tulsi tea, yes, all that kind of stuff to help support you and help boost your immunity, help fight the stress. Tulsi, phenomenal for fighting stress. Maybe one of the classic herbs for dialing down, an overzealous sympathetic fight or flight nervous system fear response that we all seem to have a little bit of, and we need to employ things like meditation and breathing and exercise and yoga to keep ourselves calm in these crazy times. All right, so thanks for listening. Stay tuned next week for my Facebook Live on this particular breathing technique that I'm going to share with you next week, as well as the article which will come out on Tuesday more about breathing techniques. And stay tuned because I've got a lot more information to share with you all in my newsletter that's coming. We're publishing 3 times a week now, as well as on the Facebook Live. So stay tuned. All right, thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.